Okay, I'm going to create a new voice thread from scratch, just all the way from scratch. I'm just going to go into this module that nobody can see right here, and I'm going to add new. I'm going to create an assignment. You can title it whatever you hear, testing for friends. Can I spell? Maybe not. And add an item. Now, I do need to tell you that before you get to this point, you have to contact IT and have them add VoiceThread into your Canvas integration. After they've done it, it should be no problem. Let's go straight into edit. And I'm gonna, whatever you can, all this kind of stuff you can fill out yourself. You know how to do that. External tool. And I'm gonna find, and I'm just gonna use my scroll wheel, bless my heart, to go down to VoiceThread. Okay, I prefer to open this in a full-size tab. You do whatever works for you, so I'm just going to open a full size so everybody can see it here. And enable my pop-ups. Okay, the way that you want to do this, if you want Canvas to grade, or for it to be integrated into Canvas, is you want to do Assignment Builder. Um, Anything else is just kind of wonky. I won't even really talk about any of this kind of stuff. I just want to get you up and going, so Assignment Builder. Now, I have talked about this a lot with a lot of different people, but I've never put it here. If you want them to do a create, that is basically where they do like an end of semester presentation. That's where they do maybe a big project or something like that, but the other students don't necessarily see that big project, and it's very siloed. It's very student to you and the student basically are the people that see that. However, a comment, that's where students have to reply to you. That's where they can see other people's comments. That's where all the interaction is at. So just understand, create is really more of a silo thing, you and the student, and comment is more of a community assignment type thing. So let's do comment. And I do comment 99 times out of 100. So I'm going to hit comment, and then I'm going to do continue here. And then I'm going to do instructor's VoiceThread. I'm not going to make I'm not going to link it to anything in the past. That would be a previous assignment. I'm going to do a whole new. So select the new VoiceThread that you have edit access to, or create a new one. Let's create a new one. So I'm going to do that. Click that. Hit continue. Okay, now what I could do is I could choose any of these existing voice threads that I've ever used before, but fear not, I'm gonna, and yours will be blank, I'm sure. I'm gonna create a new voice thread here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure that I can do a couple different things. I can take a picture and upload it. I can copy it from a different voice thread. I can enter in a website or a URL, whatever. I'm just going to add from a device because that's what I do all the time. I'm just going to add from a device. And what I have here is in this voice thread folder, I have my a couple of videos. So I'm going to upload this ethics introduction slide and upload here. Now, what I like to do is I always like to label things as soon as I can. So I'm going to go ahead and call this VT testing for friends. And I don't do tags or descriptions or whatever. I don't want to, it's fine. And then right here, I'm going to edit this label at the bottom, and I'm going to call this the VT testing for friends slide. It just makes things so much easier when you go through and do it like this. Okay. So now I'm going to select this individual slide, and I'm going to hit continue. Okay, check it out. So I've uploaded. This was a PowerPoint slide. This was a Google slide. I uploaded it as a PNG or a PDF. You can certainly upload it as just a PowerPoint slide if you want to. If you upload a PowerPoint slide that has 10 slides on them or whatever, it'll upload all 10 of them, and you can come down here and just click delete on the ones you don't want. I have one slide per assignment when it comes to like assignments like this that I want them to respond to. So I come over here. Now this is cool and all, but this is a very static thing, and we want our online courses to be personable, and I want the students to get to know me. So what I do is I'm going to come over here and create a comment. So, and this plus with a bubble sign, I can either do a text comment, which that's not very interactive. I mean, maybe if I forgot to say something or if I have an external link or something I want people to follow, that's fine. I could record an audio comment, maybe if I haven't done my hair that day, but as you know, I'm always looking great. I can also, down here at the bottom, you can always upload some thing you've done in the past, or you can wing it and record it right here. So, if I do this, and it probably won't show you this other camera that I've got. It probably just has a black box right here. But fear not, I've got two cameras and I'm recording myself talking. Hello, my name is Dr. Walden. I'm so excited to have you in the class. I've got a PhD from whatever. And I hit stop recording. Now let's say that I recorded that and I fumbled my letters and I jumbled everything and all that stuff. What you can do is you can hit cancel and you can start again, all over again. Or let's say that you liked it, but maybe you're interrupted by somebody walking in the door or something like that, and you hit stop right before they came in. You can hit record more over here on the right, and you can get a whole lot more recordings done. Anyway, let's say that I just loved it. I'm going to hit save. It's going to process it for a second, and that's completely normal. It'll do a timestamp of the day and the time that you recorded it. Fear not, if you recorded your VoiceThreads in 2025 and now it's 2028, every time you roll over a new class, it'll populate the new class start date. So nobody will know that your videos are from 10 years ago. Anyway, this is a comment, and you can see it's a comment. It's in a square box right here. And if I click on it, it's going to play the thing that I just recorded. So let's look. Fear not, I've got two cameras and I'm recording myself talking. Fantastic. So what I have here is on the right hand side of the screen, and what I mean by right side is I'm looking at this divider line, this blue divider, and on the right hand side of the screen here I have my introduction slide. Okay, I uploaded it from a JPEG or a PDF. It was a PowerPoint slide that I created and I uploaded. And then on the left hand side I have a video recording of me talking about this particular slide. Great. What if I hate it? What if I want to record it on my iPhone? What if I'm doing a field trip and I'm recording myself at the Aviation Museum? I want to bring it in later and bring it in as an introductory slide or something like that. That's cool. What I can do, I'm just going to delete this just to show you can delete it. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to upload again. So let's do another comment. And instead of doing text or voice or video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and upload a video, a canned video that I've already done. And it's called Walden Intro Video, where I talk and I'm very eloquent and I've got it all under control. And it's going to upload. And this again is a comment over here on the left hand side. Right hand side are all slides. It's going to process. It's a 1 minute 30 second video, should be fine. And while it's uploading, I'll just make a comment. You always notice the shirt's always the same. You don't have to do that, but the shirt's always the same. Anyway, so now I've got a canned uploaded video that I loved that is particularly just for this, so I can hit play. Hello, my name is Dr. Austin T. Walden. I'm such a cool guy. Anyway, so that's a couple of different ways you can do this. You can do it ad hoc. You can record yourself in the moment, or you can record yourself sitting down having it good. Now, something else that's also very interesting that I use all the time is, let's say that I really loved this video, but I screwed up on the slide. Maybe PowerPoint messed it up or something like that. What I can do is you can come over here and you can save this video. And so all of your recordings, let's say, oh man, I really had a great lecture 3 and I want to save it. You can come over here and save all of your files and all of your recordings to your hard drive. That way you can re-upload them later as you see fit. Okay, so I've got my introduction slide. I've got my introductory comment. Continue. Okay, what do I want the students to be able to do? Well, these are all minimums by default. You could put maximums, you could put exact, whatever. Just leave this at minimum unless you have a very specific use case, because otherwise it'll drive you batty. So how many comments do I need the students to do? Now, if you think about what I just did, I did one slide of one comment. So I commented on my own slide. That was one. If I wanted them to reply to 2 peers and submit, that means that they would have to reply to 2 peers and they would have to submit their own comment. Okay, that would be 3 total. American Sign Language. Okay, number 3. So you have to think kind of a +1 to everything if you're going to have the students reply to other peers. Now, how many slides do I want them to do? Well, I want them to do 1 slide. I want them to do something on the right-hand side, PowerPoint, PDF, whatever. They can take a picture on the right hand and call it a slide and doodle and all that kind of good stuff, whatever. And then you have to select which type of comments will be allowed. It's probably just easiest to leave everything defaulted so that if some student has a URL or a link and wants to put in text, fine, let them do it. If they want to, some students have terrible internet connections, so if they want to upload something, they've recorded on their phone or they've recorded on their iPad or something like that, and they want to upload it to VoiceThread later, fine, that's great. Webcam obviously is what I prefer. I prefer them to, record at the moment of, but whatever. And then microphone. Some students really try to get away with only talking and never recording themselves with the video. I certainly understand that. I don't allow my students to only do the microphone because I want them to practice rehearsing the content and the information, and I really don't know if they only use the microphone, if it's even them, or if it's just AI voice to chat. So whatever, you do whatever you want. I leave it all enabled, but I tell them in my description and in the syllabus, I only want video comments. Okay, all this other stuff is fine. You can limit the length of the comment to 3 minutes or 10 minutes or 100 minutes, whatever, just leave it alone, it's fine. And you can allow them to download and export, let the students make a copy. If you want to allow that, that's just fine. There's no problem with it, okay? So I'll hit continue. And you can give it a name. And I keep everything the same unless you just really want to drive yourself nuts. Percentage, complete or incomplete, points, I'll do complete or incomplete for this. And then I'll hit publish. Okay, perfect. So now we've created our assignment in VoiceThread. Now I'm brought back to this Canvas screen. I'm looking at this long external tool URL. It's already been filled in for me. I don't have to do anything else. Now I can just hit save and publish. Now I can load this in a new window, which is always what VoiceThread does. You should always do that. And I click in here. Okay, and let's look. I said a comment, a minimum of 3 comments. So that's 1 comment for their own slide, another comment for a peer, and another comment for another peer. So 2 peers in themselves, and then a minimum of 1 slide. So I want them to make a PowerPoint slide. I want them to do whatever. I come into assignment content just to preview what it looks like again. And sure enough, I've got my 1 slide on the right, and I've got my 1 video comment here on the left. I hope that helps you with a VoiceThread comment. It's not create, it's VoiceThread comment. And then all these students will come in and make their own slide and do their own commenting.